the story of how I got Baker acted, and G4S was the cause of me being Baker acted, and how the United States, Florida Department of Veterans Affairs, the state of Florida, and several other entities tried to cover it up and aided G4S in having me Baker acted. So basically, what's been happening to me for the past 11 years is I've been being gang stalked by my own state. And what gang stalking is the community of people have been monitoring me, watching me, and doing things to me for whatever reason. I have no clue. So I can't really tell you. And at the end of the day, the only thing that I can tell you is that it's being covered up and it's being aided by different organizations. So now I'm going to talk to you about how G4S is the ones that had me Baker acted. Well, you got to remember, G4S is a private investigation company. And they are one of the largest security companies in the world. So they have security contracts everywhere, from with the United States government and other governments. They also have contracts with Bank of America. They have contracts with the Broward County, where they used to have contracts with Broward County, and several hospitals like Florida Medical Center, Broward Health, and even the Memorial Regional Hospitals. So these are all big entities in my situation, because when I got Baker acted because I had chest pain. My chest pain came from one day I was working at G4S, and mind you, when I tell you this story, you have to keep in mind that they are an investigative company, but also keep in mind that they get their hands on investigative technology like hacking equipment. They know how to hack your phone. So basically what happened to me is, and another thing, G4S also at the time had their own ambulance, ambulance company. The EMTs, they had their own EMTs, right? So one day I'm at work and I get chest pains. Now, again, I got to remind you, or I got to tell you that G4S, number one, refused to give me a set schedule. I was going to school and working at the same time. G4S had me on schedules that were evening shift, day shift, and night shift, all in the same week. And they also had me doing 7-day schedules, like working every day, all while I'm going to school as well. So sometimes I'll be going to work in the morning and school at night. Sometimes I'm working and going to school every single day. So eventually that caught a toll, right? But that isn't the evening and day and all that stuff. I can manage that, but here's what happened. One day I'm at work and I go to McDonald's to grab something to eat. And as soon as I go to McDonald's to grab something to eat, I eat the food. And as soon as I ate it, I felt sick to my stomach and I started throwing up. And I felt like I was drugged, because at the same time I'm throwing up, I'm having chest pains and I'm having these thoughts of somebody in my head is telling me that they're going to kill me. At the same exact time that all of this is going on, I started getting messages on my phone that were telling me, you owe us $200,000. We're going to kill you. These people kept telling me that. Now, mind you, like I told you, it's a lot of things going on in this situation with G4S. So G4S, not only were they giving me these hectic schedules, but they kept sending me on what they call special details. These special details included me being on the lookout for people at different locations. Like, they sent me to Bank of America at one point to be on the lookout of a guy that got fired from Bank of America, right? Now, I didn't see the guy at Bank of America, but I did see the guy outside of Bank of America where I shop at. So I'm shopping at Walmart or wherever I was shopping at, and I see the guy that they gave me a bolo of. I see him shopping right next to me. That's crazy, right? Exactly. But they kept sending me on these special missions, or these special details is what they called it. But at the same time, they were also not giving me straight schedules, while at the same time I'm going to school. So eventually all that caught up to me. Now, one of the things that happened when I was home, I started going to the VA as soon as I came back from the military. The VA started trying to force me to take medication for a mental health problem that they just put on me. Like, as soon as I came back, they forced me to see a psychologist, which I never wanted to see. And then once I saw this person, they declared that I had anxiety disorder with anxiety and adjustment disorder, and they kept trying to get me to take medication, and I kept denying medication. So for that reason, I'm guessing that the VA got pissed off. So when I finally get to the VA under this chest pain and everything else going on, and I'm telling them what's going on, I think people chasing me, but that's because G4S put all that in my head. You know what I mean? They were sending people around me while I was working, and they have me doing these special details. So it was, to me, all that was to make me schizophrenic, while you got to understand too, G4S is connected to the VA because you have several veterans that work with G4S. Right. Now, all that, we pushing all that, come on. What the heck? To make a long story short, basically what happened was, when all that stuff happened at work, between work and school, between the schedules of work and school, I had ended up in the hospital with chest pain. The VA held me in the hospital, trying to force me to take medication that I refused to take when they first diagnosed me with anxiety and adjustment disorder. Now, to make an extremely long story short, all of this happened in 2014. From 2014 up till now, I've been getting harassed by the police, not to mention I lost money out of my bank account. Like, literally, I had two bank accounts. When I came home from Iraq, I had two bank accounts. One with USAA and one with Bank of America. And what happened was, after I got out of the hospital, all of a sudden, all of my money started being drained out of my account. Now, mind you, I had about maybe $20,000, $30,000 in savings account, and I was making money with G4S supposedly, right? So I shouldn't have been broke. But money was being ciphered from my Bank of America account. I don't know where it went. I don't know who got it. I contacted the Bank of America when, at one point, I remember I had got a notice for overdraft, and I didn't even have overdraft on my account, and they tried to charge me $100 and something. And as soon as they did, how much money has been coming out of my account, they could never tell me. Now the bank account is closed, and they won't ever give me any information on it. All right, now that's one thing. Next thing is, I've been chased from 2014 up till now. I've been Baker-acted 2 more times and arrested 12 times. I'm now currently homeless out on the streets. I even used to have a dog, and they took my dog. So all of this was coordinated between G4S, the state of Florida, and the VA. And I'm going to show you in other videos what I'm talking about. So just pay attention. Deuces.
Sheba. Sit, Sheba. Good girl, Sheba. Good girl. Good girl. Come on, Sheba. Sheba. Sit, Sheba. Good girl, Sheba. Good girl, mommy. Sheba, Sheba. Come on. Sheba. Sheba, Sheba. Sit, Sheba. Sheba, sit.